Hey, what's up guys, Demons here, and today I'm going to be giving you a quick little tutorial on how to install the More Swords mod, which is right here. So what this does is, as the title says, it adds more swords into the game. So I'm going to be showing you how to install it and then giving a little review on it. Alright, so for the download you go over here, it says under downloads, you go to All Swords mod, downloads right here available on the site. Just click here. And if you see all this, you scroll down, see all the swords, and you go download right here, More Swords Mod. And then what you do is you just come over here and you click download. It should take you to an AdFly link. Wait the 5 seconds. Skip ad. Keep it because it's just a dot jar. So move this to your beautiful desktop, like mine. You can access a web browser now. So now I should have something that looks a little like this. So what you want to do is you want to go to your .minecraft, and if you saw my other tutorial, which showed you how to install Minecraft Forge, which would give you this mods folder, what I like to do is I like to create a new folder in the versions. I like to come over here and copy the Forge, not the 1.6.2, and then just paste it, so you have that, and then you go and rename it to whatever you want. I'm going to call it, that's More Swords Mod. Alright, so once you have that, you have these files in here. What you want to do is you want to come to the JSON file. You want to rename that to whatever your file name is, or folder. So mine's More Swords, I think, yeah, I spelled that right, More Swords Mod. Then click enter, and then or this would make your life a whole lot easier if you just came, copy, and then Control V. There you go, got that. So now you want to go into the JSON, double click on it. I recommend opening it with Notepad, but there's many other programs out there. So what you want to do is you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see this main class, all this stuff. What you want is the ID. Inside this is inside the little quotation marks is the 1.6.2 Forge stuff. Just delete that. So you just have that, and then type in your thing, or in my case paste it. So you have the name of your folder, go to File, Save, X, you're done with that. Now, come over here to your mods folder, and you have your More Swords mod right here, right? So, come into here, drop that in, go to your Minecraft 1.6.2, and I'll just full screen it. Now, what I like doing is I like creating a new profile and calling it, I don't know, and call it Swords. Alright, there we go. Now you're not done yet, you need to come over here to use version. We'll say Forge, right? Go to, if it's up here, it'll say all this, just scroll until you find whatever you name your folder. In this case, mine's Release More Swords Mod. Now save the profile, and look, now you have your profile. Click on your profile, hit play, and just wait. I like to full screen this just because I can. Now look, 4 mods loaded, 4 mods active. Now if you go to mods, there's the More Swords mod, along with all the Minecraft Forge stuff. So congratulations, you have successfully installed the More Swords mod. Now let's get into this mod review. Alright, so we're here with the mod review, and this is quite a big mod. When I say quite, I mean it like a very big mod. So it adds 14 new swords to the game, along with at least 10 books. We'll figure out the exact number later for the books, but for right now, let's start the sword. Start with swords. So first off, we have the Blaze Sword. And the Blaze Sword looks like this. I'm on normal texture pack. If you get Fax texture pack, they should look different. But the Blaze Sword looks like this. And it is crafted with 1 blaze rod, 2 iron ingots, and 2 gold ingots in this exact formation. Then you'll get this. This is what it looks like when you hold it. You know, same as always. Looks pretty sweet. So that is the Blaze Sword. Well, the Blaze Sword does 2.5 hearts of damage per hit, and it has a 400 hit durability. So that's the Blaze Sword. Pretty decent if you ask me. Now we're on to the Blood Sword, which I think looks pretty freaking awesome. It is kind of expensive. So the Blood Sword is crafted with 1 stick, 2 obsidian, and 2 redstone. It is made in this exact formation as all of them are, and this is what it looks like when you hold it. Pretty freaking sick. Like a diamond handle and all that. Alright, so the Blaze Sword, the Blood Sword, Blood Sword. The Blood Sword does 3 hearts of damage, and actually has a 1500 or 1500 hit durability. So a very high durability and a decent amount of damage per hit. So that is the Blood Sword. Now on to the Bone Sword, which is maybe the second weakest sword out of them all. And the Bone Sword is crafted with 5 bones in this formation. That's it. And it looks like this, just all white basically. And the Bone Sword does 1.5 hearts of damage per hit, and only has a 200 hit durability. So that's the Bone Sword. Not the strongest, but it'll do if you're low on supplies. Alright, next is the Glass Sword, and the Glass Sword, I gotta say, looks pretty freaking awesome. Obviously it's glass, so it's clear. And the Glass Sword is crafted with 1 stick and 2 glass panes. And the Glass Sword actually does 2.5 hearts of damage, which is a decent amount, but it only has a 15 hit durability. So very low durability, but a medium damage. Alright, so next up is the Infinity Sword. And by the name you think, hey, this might last forever. No. This is what the Infinity Sword looks like. Pretty awesome. And it is crafted by 1 stick, 2 blocks of iron, 2 iron ingots, this formation. Now, the Infinity Sword does 3.5 hearts of damage, so very high damage. And it has a 850 hit durability, so decently strong sword, and sort of expensive, but you find so much iron in a game that it's a good price for that sword. Recommend that. Next we have the Lapis Sword, which, as you can probably think, looks pretty awesome. Looks actually kind of weird. I don't know. But it is crafted with 1 stick and 2 blocks of lapis lazuli. And the Lapis Sword does 2 hearts of damage, and it has a 750 hit durability. So that's the Lapis Sword. Next we have the Molten Edge, which might be just my favorite sword out of all of them. The Molten Edge looks like this. Pretty cool, like lava. I love it. And it's crafted with 1 stick, 2 lava buckets, and 2 obsidian. So not that expensive, but considering you will need a diamond pickaxe and 2 buckets, which are not that expensive, but the diamond pickaxe that is relatively cheap, but worth it. And the Molten Edge does 2.5 hearts of damage, and it has a 300 hit durability. So, I mean, it's medium damage, but it does have a pretty low durability for the amount of materials you need for it. So that is one letdown, but I guess it looks pretty cool. You get those with every mod. So next is the Aqua Sword, not sure to pronounce it, something like that. It is the same exact thing as a Molten Sword, but crafted with 2 water buckets instead of 2 obsidian. Now, the only difference between the Molten and the Aqua Sword is it does the same amount of damage, but it has a 450 hit durability. So, if you're going to pick one of the two, I would go with the Aqua Sword just because it has a better hit durability and it won't die as easy. Alright, so that is the Aqua Sword. Now we're on to the Master Sword, starting to get up to the more expensive stuff. But it gets better and better as it goes. Alright. So the Master Sword looks like this. It's a little stubby, look like a dagger. And it is crafted with 1 stick, 2 lapis lazuli, 1 gold ingot, and 1 iron ingot. So that does get a little expensive. Gold, you have to dig pretty deep for. Iron, not so much. But the lapis lazuli is pretty rare in my opinion. You don't find a lot. Now, the Master Sword does 3 hearts of damage, and it has a 1450 or 1450 hit durability. So it has a very high hit durability and a pretty high damage. So I recommend this if you have the materials. Now next we're on to the Draconic Blade, and it just sounds cool as heck, and honestly it is. It looks awesome, and that is crafted with, now I told you we're getting more expensive, 4 iron blocks, 1 redstone, 1 diamond, and 1 stick. Now, the Draconic Sword does 4 hearts of damage, a whopping 4 hearts, and has 750 hit durability. Alright, so that is the Draconic Sword, sorry, second time. The Draconic Sword. Pretty decent if you have the materials. I would recommend it along with the others I have. Yeah, it's pretty costly. Takes a lot of materials, but if you have them, definitely recommend it. A lot better than the Diamond Sword. So that's the Draconic. Now on to the Iron Sword. Now the Iron Sword looks like this, and it's fairly interesting in the way that it looks and crafted. So the Iron Sword looks like that, as you just saw, and it is crafted with 4 diamonds, 2 Eyes of Ender, and 1 stick. Now that's pretty expensive. 4 diamonds is not a easy thing to give up, but the Iron Sword does repay you with its great stats. I mean, honestly, they are unbelievable for that price. So the Iron Sword does 4 hearts of damage per hit and has a 1750 hit durability. So it does a very high damage along with a very, very high hit durability. So this will last you for a very long time. Make it once, it'll probably last you, I don't even know. Depends on how much you fight, but it will last you a while. Alright, so next up, we have the Aether's Guard. Alright? So the Aether's Guard is very interesting in the way that looks. It looks, just, words, it's hard to describe it. It looks amazing. How about that? Just look at that. It's like double friggin' blade. Beautiful. But anyway, the Aether's Guard is crafted very, should I say, like funky-ish. It's crafted with 1 stick, 2 diamonds, 2 feathers, and 2 glowstone. So it's crafted in this formation. It takes up all 9 squares of the crafting table, which other than a block, I've never seen an item take up that much. But it's the same pattern. You just take 1 stick, 2 glowstone up here, 2 feathers in the corners, and then you just have diamonds and iron ingots. So that's that. That's the Aether's Guard. Now for the stats of it, it does 3.5 hearts of damage and has 1,777 hit durability. So it will last you just about 277 more hits than the IN sword, and possibly cheaper, maybe. But you will need to go to the Nether, so maybe not. That's your call between that and that. Now, next we have the Witherbane, and the Witherbane is, as you might have guessed, is the sword that the Wither skeletons hold. Now, it does look like, sort of a Wither skeleton, but, yeah, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool. Oh, whoops. But the Witherbane is crafted. It's expensive for what it has. It is, costs 1 stick, 2 nether quartz, 3 soul sand, so not too bad. But then you have to defeat the Wither boss in order to get the nether star, so that is quite expensive, but in my opinion, it doesn't really repay you for what you do for it, but it does look kind of cool. So for the stats of that Witherbane, it does 3 hearts of damage, and it has 1,666 hit damage, or not hit damage, hit durability. So it's even less than the Aether's Guard and the IN sword, and it does less damage than them as well. So this probably you shouldn't go for it unless you're just messing around and you're trying to get every single sword there is. But other than that, I would not go for that sword. Next, we have one of the funkiest swords that, how do I put this? You cannot get it in survival. You have to get it in creative. At least, unless I missed it on the forums, I did not see anything about being able to get it in creative. Now this is crafted with the, well, not crafted. This is what it looks like. It's crazy. And the reason it's only in creative is it's made of 1 stick and 2 bedrock. You need bedrock. Unless you somehow find a way to mine it, then you can only get it in creative. And the thing about this sword is, it's so powerful that you get it once and it'll never go away. So that's it. For the hit points, heart damage, on the forums it said half a heart times 999. So I did the math. I'm not sure if that's completely correct, but I got 499.5 damage per hit, and it also has a 99,999,999 hit durability, So it will never die unless you somehow hit something or somebody have it, or if you have enough time to hit something with a sword 99,999,999 times. But that sword, like, it's unreal. That's why it's only in creative. So it's been that point where we finally have gotten through all the swords. By now, hopefully, you have picked your favorite, and now you know how to craft them. So you can go do that. And now it is time to get on to the books. Alright, so with this mod, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 extra books added to the game because of 14 swords. So, as you could probably see, we have these two, the Sword and Nomicon and the Awakening Table. These are works in progress, so they do not work yet. And that's basically that. That's those two. As you can see, WIV work in progress. Okay then. I'm scared now. But it does add 14 extra books into the game, as you might have heard before. This adds it. Unfortunately, on the forums, it does not say anything about it, but it adds. As I was saying on the just a sec. There we go. As I was saying on the forums, it didn't say anything about the books or what they do, except for one of them, which was, let me see if I can find it. Nope, it's not here, unless I missed it. But I think it was called, maybe it was Stealth. I'm not completely sure, but it was, it talked about how it gave you invisibility and you couldn't be spotted while you're holding the sword for 1 minute times what the level was. So if you got up to, like, let's say, I don't know, it said this, not times what the level was. It was, if you had a sword and got a level 3 enchantment with stealth, it would give you 20-minute invisibility while you were holding the sword. So the books are Stealth, Ascension, Eyes Aura, Blaze, Expedite, Blessed, Bloodpool, Decay, Greed, Interpulse, Shatter 3, Shatter, Feast, and Vitality. So those are the books. And that's basically all this mod has to offer right now. It's a cool mod. Definitely recommend check it out. This guy did put a ton of work into it, obviously, for all the stuff he's made. 14 books, 14 new swords, along with all the textures. So definitely check this mod out. It'll be in the description. And this has been Silent X Demons. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more content, because I do try to find mods weekly, I just haven't had the time lately. So I'm gonna start trying to find weekly mods, if not daily or something like that. But if you want to see more content, just subscribe. It helps me out so much for things I'm planning on doing in the future, which will widen our variety of what I can't do. So anyway, this has been Silent X Demons from Demon Nation TV, and I will see you guys next time. Huh? Y'all think you can take me? Huh? Ah! You want more? Huh? Huh? I have an OP sword on you. OP sword advantage, huh? 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 Who else? Who? Nobody? That's what I said. Oh, you wanna go? Huh? Ah! You just got pooped on. Poop, poop, poop. What? What you like when I eat your brothers? Huh? 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 Bet you don't like physically. Sort of. You're delicious. What's gonna do about it, huh? 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 Oh. Well, I guess OP swords don't work for everything. Hey! Jukebox. Ha ha!